Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 204 of the PML Wrestling Show. And I'm one of your co-hosts.
Homeboy Malloy.
Yeah, I wrote the script again. I can't wait for you guys to hear it, listen to it, and give us your thoughts. Right. I'm here with my co-host, Rich Lopez, and always Robert Price has always put this in the building. And this week we got on the very questionable 2019 Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. It started out strong, but...
ended very, very weak.
Yeah.
To the point where Mr. McMahon even admitted his fault. We can talk about...
God damn it. That wasn't a good finish at all.
I'm gonna absolutely burn Bray Wyatt and blame him.
It's all his fault.
Just like...
killing the character.
What, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I mean, we're gonna do what we usually have been trying to avoid. We're not gonna go down every match, but just hit the bases. Since it's playoff season, we'll use that analogy. Just hit 4 or 5 matches.
And we're gonna talk about the current product. There's a lot to talk about, our thoughts, our review on it. Hey, Hogan might got one more match in him. That's something we could discuss.
I mean, what was it, WrestleMania 21, that Hall of Fame ceremony? He said never say never about one more match.
Yeah.
Why not come to fruition?
16 years later.
Yeah.
As we're 16 years old. All right, so that's something we'll talk about later on today. We also have, the first episode of AEW. We got this first SmackDown on Fox.
Yep.
We have Alberto Del Rio's back in the news, going to fight Tito Ortiz in
Bellator. I heard about that a couple months ago, actually.
Yeah, so that's something we could talk about and discuss.
Yeah.
And then we got our self-high five. We're going to talk about potential candidates to wrestle Hogan for that one last match.
Is that why you got the shirt on?
Yeah, Hogan's B-Shot. That's what I was looking for.
Nice. It's solid.
So I was like, all right.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I like it.
So it's pretty much a Hogan episode. I'm a Hogan mark.
I ain't mad at that.
I'm all cool with that. So let's just start off right down the road with Hell in a Cell.
There we go.
So the opening contest was
Pre-show.
Pre-show. Wasn't that Natalya versus Lacey Evans?
That's right. Natalya got the win. It's kind of cool. I mean, to me, the match was kind of pointless. It was kind of like thrown together. I know they're trying to do a rivalry.
A lot of the matches on Hell in a Cell are just thrown together. So
that's a fact. I mean, what did you say last week? There's only 3 matches announced.
Yeah, I thought I'm like, wow, am I
Going
that
into
confident I can't find the matches for this pay-per-view? But it was the facts.
I think going into SmackDown, either the day before or day of, so Thursday or Friday, they announced a Bayley-Charlotte match.
Yeah.
But other than that, other than those 4, the rest of them were announced the day of. Like, the WWE sent out an email saying, here's the final card.
Yeah. All right, pack your bags, boys.
Yeah, so, I mean, I agree. I mean, it wasn't really much of a big lead-up.
No build-up.
Yeah, no build-up at all. So, yeah, like I said, that was kind of thrown together. You're right, it was. But it was kind of cool to see Natalya win, but I think it kind of just means that they're going to expand this rivalry into another couple weeks.
Yeah, last night on Raw, she powerbombed Lacey Evans off the stage. Pretty cool. Very cool. Graphic. Very, very wrestle like.
Kill Lacey Evans, aren't they?
Yeah, kill her off. She's done. But she's getting a lot of heat as a heel, and I like it.
Maybe that's right.
So, next match we could talk about is the match you got right here. We have Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch for the women's title, Raw Women's title, in a Hell in a Cell.
I thought this was going to be the match that Sasha was going to win, but somehow Becky won. And the crowd's still with Becky more than they are at Rollins, so I get it. I guess
she's fierce, dude. She's a fighter. She's a brawler. I think that's what they like to see.
Exactly. It's not like Rollins where he's doing like the Roman Reigns thing of a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But with Becky, I think what they're going to do is kind of what I touched on last week. If Sasha wasn't going to win this week, I think they might save it for Ronda whenever she comes back to end that year reign. You know what I mean? But yeah, the match was great. It was. I think Sasha had a pretty good help. This is her second one. The first one was at Charlotte. Same thing. She had a good match with Charlotte, but the ending to the match was botched. So it kind of took the hype of it away. This one, start to finish, was good. So I think it kind of redeemed her in Hell in a Cell, performance. Becky's so good, got the crowd going. So yeah, good spots. It's going to go kind of lead into the Fiend Rollins match, which I don't know if you want to touch on now, but this was obviously one of the 2 Hell in a Cell matches. I told you off air before we did the show, I feel like WWE nowadays, like creative especially, or whoever's the agents, the booking or whatever, it's like, all right, we have 2 Hell in a Cell matches. One has to shit the bed, part of my language, and then one has to be good.
Yeah.
And I think they said, all right, Becky and Sasha, you are going to be good. Fiend and Rollins, you're going to be bad.
Yeah, and let's just go right into the Finn and, or not the Finn, right into the Rollins and Fiend match.
Yeah.
Okay, so it starts out strong.
Yeah.
Good build.
Okay.
And then you kill it. Why? It's a Hell in a Cell match. So how does the ref stop it?
Well, yeah, that's the thing I can't stand is like I feel like they did that in the past too, right? What was the last one they did that with? I feel like they did it with one a couple years ago. Could be wrong. I wish I remembered it, but I feel like I talked about this on a show a couple years ago where I was saying I don't understand the logic of a ending of a Hell in a Cell match with a DQ. I feel like it ended in a DQ.
If that's how I feel like it ended too. And
but this one was just garbage. I mean, all right, so pin him. And then the ref will bring out the ambulance.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
It's
you want to do
paramedics.
Champion. Yeah. And even before that, way too many finishers on.
Yeah.
I love Bray. I love the new character, the Fiend. Still, way too much.
Do you think he becomes champion at some point?
No.
No.
He doesn't need it anyway, though.
No, that's true.
That's why I kept telling. I think I said this after SummerSlam. Keep him building on mid-carders. Like, why would you throw him right into the title match picture? You know what I mean? Like, so either he wins and then at some point he has to lose, and then what are you going to do after he loses? Because his thing's going to be undefeated. Or if he loses the title, he's buried because it's only been a 1 month in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, the way they did it was okay. It was just the wrong stipulation to do it. You know what I mean? So, you're right.
Yeah, my cat just like scratched my foot. So yeah, it's just I don't know. I just think it was a waste of the gimmick and waste of the match.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely discredits the match. Discredits. It's weird. Like, what do you take? Like 10 curb stomps, and then just like kicked out at 1.
So what's the use of even having a finisher? We've talked about this 100 times.
Many times. When you could use any weapon to get over, you use your finisher multiple times and it still didn't work. You know what I mean? And that's why I have the issue with it. Like I said, I think creative was just like, all right, one match has to be bad in the Hell in a Cell, one match has to be
What did you think of the AEW chants at the end?
It was needed.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always anti, like, chanting to take away the attention from the match.
Yeah.
So I wish they were just, like, saying, like, when they were doing restart the match, I was like, all right, that's cool. Like, that makes sense. Because the Fiend got right up and took the upper hand after the ref stoppage. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, that's cool. But AEW, I mean, I guess I understand it. It's the new thing in town, so, but...
We'll see how it works.
It's not like it's going to overtake Raw
No.
versus SmackDown. I mean, the
Not
ratings last week showed it. You know what I mean? So, you can chant it all you want. It's not like you're actually going to make a change with your product, so...
Not at all.
But yeah, the match had potential. They crapped the bed. You could blame Vince or the agent, whoever. Hopefully they could both redeem themselves. Though.
Yeah, hopefully. They say it's Survivor Series main event, so let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Next match we have was Roman and Daniel Bryan versus Harper and Rowan.
Yeah.
Good match. It was there. I think it filled its purpose. That's all I really have to say about that.
I thought it was kind of a letdown for me, but the reason, I mean, like you said, served its purpose with Reigns and Bryan winning. I just thought that they're not the Bludgeon Brothers anymore, so Harper and Rowan, just too much heat.
Yeah.
Way too much. Like, the crowd was, like, kind of dead. And that's a discredit. I'm not trying to discredit Harper and Rowan, but when you have Daniel Bryan who's trying to make that new face turn and then Reigns is Reigns.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, we already know they're going to win, so this heat's kind of pointless. Let's just get this match over with. Because when the heat's that long, you know it's the heels aren't going to win.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It was just a good way to get the baby faces over.
Yeah.
Next match thrown together as well. But it was good. Orton versus Ali. I think that really delivered.
Yeah.
Got Ali on the card and put Orton on the card.
Yeah.
Orton just being the old vet, and it's still his spot. It's still his yard.
Exactly. I think he was just there as like the Razor Ramon, as he always says, like the yardstick. You know what I mean? All right, Ali's good. If you want to put him in the IC title feud again, or you want to throw him in there for a quick title match against Lesnar at some point, or Rollins or The Fiend, depending on when he gets drafted, it's okay. Right? Orton passed him. That's the test. Next
match we had was we had Charlotte versus Bayley, and Charlotte became Charlotte 10 times.
Yeah, that was a pretty good match. I didn't watch all of that. I think I fell asleep for like 5 minutes.
Do you think she'll be a 16-time champion by the end of the year?
Yeah. Oh, by the end of the year, no. But she definitely will.
Yeah.
I do like the Charlotte 10 time. Like to have the 10 where the L and the O would be. That's kind of cool. Especially when she's a face. It's kind of a thing to like cheer about or whatever.
Do you see the two titles merging at all? I do.
I think they should merge every title.
Yeah.
Just keep
the U.S. and the Intercontinental.
U.S. Yep, and then keep the. I even like the women's tag and the women's, the men's tag and women's tag, but then obviously you have your individual titles. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, the match was good. I mean, I was surprised that Bayley lost so quick with her heel turn.
Yeah.
But maybe they're thinking that Sasha's the better heel than Bayley, so she can afford the loss. Which, yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
She's a better wrestler too.
Indeed.
Next match we had was a 6-man tag. The Viking Raiders and Braun Strowman versus the Club. DQ.
DQ finished with Braun standing tall, strong with the one punch thing that he's doing now because of Tyson Fury. Don't get it, honestly.
I don't even know who Tyson Fury is. I know he's a boxer.
A heavyweight boxer.
And I just didn't like when I saw him on Fox. I was like, is he in NXT? Like, who is this man?
Damn, dude, you gotta win your sports, bro. Yeah. He's in line for a big rematch against Deontay Wilder, another heavyweight.
I know who Deontay Wilder is.
Okay, yeah.
I saw his fights before. He's
very good. Yeah, they had one of the best fights of the year 2 years ago already. Oh, time flies, and they keep delaying it. They're supposed to have one in February of 2020, so that's why I'm kind of like, I was thrown off when I read.
So they must have a block match on SmackDown?
Yeah, they might.
It's on Fox.
They could afford Wilder, yeah.
Yeah?
We'll see. I doubt it. They're already doing a UFC feud, so.
Yeah, we'll get to that later on.
Yeah.
So that was a good little spot, I think, for the Club. I like that they're still put together as a team.
They're missing something, though.
Finn Balor.
Unfortunately, that ain't going to work. No. I was thinking the same thing until last week. But they're missing something of a dynamic. You know what I mean? Plus, they got to make my WrestleMania thing, right? Remember when I booked the Club? Or the Undisputed Era for that up until Mania? I was
I don't think it's going to happen.
Ain't going to happen now.
Not at all.
So.
All right, so.
I just want to make that come true. I like to be right sometimes, you know?
Next, we got a little King of the Ring rematch, which should have been on a pay-per-view to begin with.
Yeah.
Corbin versus Gable. Corbin got the win.
No.
Or Gable got the win, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I mean,
and Corbin, you know, he always ends up in a great spot.
Corbin's growing on me, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, he's just a heel.
Yep.
I remember I kept telling
The Rock likes him.
So I'm saying, like, maybe that's what it was. I got the approval from here, right, too?
I just watched this cat. Like,
no, it's hot too. Kind of scared me. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, The Rock got his approval. So like, I don't know if I kind of like, you know what? He's right. He's a great heel. Remember I told you a couple of months ago, which I was completely wrong, by the way, that Kevin Owens is just a good heel. He can never be a good face.
Well, he changed that. Yeah.
Definitely proved me wrong, and I actually like him as a face. Corbin will never be a good face.
No,
can never see him being a good face.
Not at all.
The only thing I can ever see him getting a pop for is if you went back down to NXT, and I mean like surprise entrant or whatever. After that, he'll get booed again.
Extremely right afterwards.
Yeah,
because he would do something heelish. He's just a heel.
Like the pop would be the shock, and then he'll get back to being booed. But I mean, Gable's cool. I'm glad he's on pay-per-view, but you got egg on his face after the match because he got jumped from behind. So really didn't work out.
No. So then last match really didn't talk about was a good title change. I think it was a good women's match as well. It was the Kabuki Warriors versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross.
Yes, very good
tag
match.
champs. That's cool.
Yeah,
different.
I just think the fans are kind of confused on if.
Who are these people? What are they doing?
Well, no, I just think they were like, are they good? Are they heels or baby faces?
And it really, you couldn't really tell. It was just It was just wrestlers. It was just wrestling.
But the ending was great with that green mist coming back out in time. You know what I mean?
That was cool.
That was so awesome. The only thing I hate about that sometimes, like the ref, like you see the mist, bro.
Yeah.
Like you didn't see the actual spit of the mist, but you see green. Literally, I don't know if Oscar just put too much in her mouth or whatever, but it was like on her chest, on her stomach, on her face. I'm just like, you know what she did? Like,
yeah, and then you have that, and then like 10 years ago or 20 years ago, Eddie Guerrero, he fake hit someone with the chair and lay on the ground. And disqualified match over, so it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just weird. But I mean, I love that tradition of, like Japanese wrestlers. So it was cool to see them. And I think they're full-blown heels after what happened on Raw with Becky and Charlotte. So now I think the crowd will be able to get behind them or boo them or whatever because they know that they're heels. So I'm glad they finally got a title push. Alexa doesn't need Nikki. I don't think Nikki needs Alexa anymore. So
no, they can have a nice little feud on their own.
Exactly. Let's have Asuka get her shine now.
I agree. So that was Hell in a Cell, and I'm gonna give the Malloy rating.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been doing all the talking. I think you need to speak a little bit, so you can go with the Malloy rating and you.
Dude,
fire away.
I'm just gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Like, it was just a cruddy pay-per-view. It was a live show. Raw and SmackDown, which we'll talk about next, were much more, I think, a better product. I guess because they're trying to prove themselves, I guess, on TV. They don't care about their network anymore.
That's what... You know what? I just thought about that. You're right. Because... And this is the thing with the Attitude Era. I remember watching King of the Ring 98. I actually just watched it recently because of Hell in a Cell match. And, like, Jim Ross says at the beginning of the show, like, oh, we have we have 2 more matches added to the card. So, like, even back then, they would add a match or 2.
Yeah.
But, like, the fact that you would add 50% of your card the day of, 1, gets me irritated, and I'm sure gets the fans irritated. But 2, it's just like, the matches don't even mean anything.
Yeah.
And they don't logically make sense. Like, I don't know. I was going to say the Attitude Era wasn't like that, because I've always said I think the Attitude Era is overrated. But I think the reason why it is overrated is because there were endings like this on occasion.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be too hard on this like current product. But I feel like with the new technology and the spoilers and stuff like that, I get it. You want to kind of swerve, but like you should swerve. I feel like you should swerve in a logical way. Like this is just not logical. Hell in a Cell match has no rules. Like you're going against your own history. You know what I mean? Don't go against that. Like
you didn't stop the Mick Foley Taker match.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like there's been matches that have been 10 times worse. Like why are you doing that? You know what I mean? So like that's what gets me mad. Like if it was a singles match, like I said, completely agree with it.
Stop
but and then another thing though, it shouldn't be the last match. You shouldn't be sending the fans home like irritated and pissed off. You know what I mean? So that's the only negative thing
that was like Royal Rumble 2013.
Yeah. But even then, at least you have an ending, though. Like, you have the winner, whether you like it or not. At least it's a winner. Yeah. You have some sort of finality to the story you're telling in the match.
Yeah.
This one, it's not. Like, what is it? Rollins didn't want to go that extra mile? I'm pretty sure he did, because he started with chairs, then he went to a ladder, then he went to the sledgehammer or whatever it was. You know what I mean? Like, so, obviously he did, and the ref, why are you going to stop the match? Like, it's Hell in a Cell. Like, it's Hell in a Cell. And they got to stop with this red cage, by the way.
Yeah, it's very...
so stupid.
It's just dumb.
I was hoping that last year was the only, like, a one-time thing, but I was wrong.
A black cage is what it needs to be, in my opinion.
I agree. I was going to say silver even, but, yeah, black would be the way to go.
Yeah, so, we had first SmackDown on Fox this week. What did you think?
Had some personal emergencies last week. I really couldn't get to it.
Right,
I also had a wedding. Well, wedding was the day of SmackDown, but I watched the YouTube clips.
How about The Rock being there?
The Rock's my boy. Just when I feel like he's too big for wrestling anymore.
He's not.
He's not. You know what I mean? And
he still fits in like he never left.
Exactly, and that's why I think I love him so much.
You think he's got another match in him?
Yeah.
Me too. What do you think?
Orton teased it, and he kind of like shot that down.
Yeah, he's like, he goes, our grandfather's already figured that out.
Yeah. I mean, I think it has to be Reigns, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
That'd be great, though. Great thing for Orton after all these years of some of the people he had wrestled and put over to get in there with The Rock.
I think Orton would be deserving. Some people just forget about Orton, man.
Yeah, all the time.
It's just insane. But, yeah, I mean, I think you'd have to do... I mean, for me, it's either like Reigns, Brock, or Cena. You could do the Cena trilogy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean... We'll see what happens. I mean, I think it's cool. Like, I think it boosted Corbin as King of the Ring. I mean, yeah, you could say he got kind of crapped on by Becky and The Rock, but at the same time...
two top people in the company.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're right. Like, it's the two top
you're
people
out there with The Rock.
And he's a heel. You know what I mean?
Would you go out there and do that with The Rock?
100%.
Yeah.
Do whatever... Say whatever you want. Like, as long as it's not the Billy Gunn promo.
Yeah.
To where, like, you crap on me after winning. Even though, to me, like, people say that's what killed Billy Gunn. I'm like, nah, I think that's just The Rock being The
Billy
Rock.
Gunn killed Billy Gunn.
I think Triple H killed Billy Gunn, but...
He's like, he's 6'4" and bigger than me? I don't think so.
More athletic than me? No,
yeah.
I don't think so.
So, then we saw, I mean, not really much.
The thing I really want to see, I still didn't see it yet. I saw the highlight clips, or, like, the YouTube clips. I didn't see the entire match. I do want to see that ladder match.
Yeah, that was really good. There was a lot of high spots.
Oh yeah, man, Kevin Owens and Shane.
What do you think goes on for Shane McMahon now? What do you think?
He'll come back in February.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I'm thinking like a surprise entrant in the Elimination Chamber.
I mean, he's been going very hard for the past year, and he's old too. He's like in his 40s.
A breather. He's a breather. Maybe become like a surprise entrant in the Elimination Chamber by either taking somebody out or eliminating somebody in there, and then whatever he does that with somebody can maybe feud at Mania.
I think him and Triple H need that match at Mania.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. That's a good.
I
good
think
idea.
that Triple H McMahon rivalry would still fit very well today.
Yeah.
What else to talk about? We have a new world champion. Lesnar's champion. Won in 3 seconds. So pretty much the last 9 months of Kofi Mania destroyed. I think there should have been at least a little. So you have Daniel Bryan put up a fight. Kofi beat Daniel Bryan.
Orton. Ziggler.
Beat Orton.
I mean, not so much
Ziggler. Orton.
I'm saying no.
Orton.
Yeah, I would say Orton twice. I think.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, to me, I was thinking the same exact thing. I was just like, you couldn't give him 2 F5s. Just 2. Like, why'd it have to be 1?
And a little fight back and forth.
Yeah.
Don't make him look so small.
Yeah.
But I like what they did. How they had the Rey Mysterio storyline and then bring out Cain Vasquez.
Cain Velasquez.
Yeah. So what do you think about that?
I don't like it. So here's the thing with that. So if you look at Cain, by the way, great UFC fighter. I've been trying to get UFC for the last year or 2. I feel like I've followed it. So unfortunately, the last 2 years, I think he's been dealing with like a leg injury and all that. And then he came back for one fight, got knocked out by Francis Ngannou. So, but before that, he was a monster, and he's the one who beat Lesnar. But even that, like, so UFC's different. Like, you can let your fighting do the talking because one, it's not scripted.
Yeah.
So if you win like 4 or 5 fights and you're a heavyweight, you're actually known as the baddest man in the world. With wrestling, because it's scripted and you need to be character based, you need to have an over the top personality. What's the difference between him and Lesnar? Because they're both heavyweights. They're both UFC heavyweights. Lesnar he just looks like a monster.
Champion.
Looks like
he's in much better shape.
Yeah. It's not even a shape thing, but like, so if Lesnar spears somebody, does it look real? Absolutely. When Cain did that to Brock, did it look real to me? No, not really. You know what I mean? The reason why I think Cain Velasquez is obviously pursuing this is because he's a big wrestling fan, and he got a huge positive reaction for what he did at AAA. I think it was like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, he's Mexican American, so like no matter what, they're going to be supportive of him.
Put him with Rey Mysterio though is cool. I think.
Yeah,
that's
Mysterio's like
help.
Yeah. I mean, I like. So with Lesnar attacking them, that's a good tie-in. To me, it's just like it's way too soon. You're gonna give Velasquez what, like a month, or you're gonna save that for Mania? Does Lesnar need the title though? No. I think that's my biggest issue. If it wasn't for the title, I'd be like, all right, that's cool.
Maybe Mysterio gets the title. Mysterio versus Lesnar at Survivor Series, and Vasquez or whatever the hell his last name is in Lesnar's corner, screws him out of the title, and
Mysterio's corner screws.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be. You know what? That's cool. I'll give you that.
I'm cool with that because I could, and then you know what would be great? Merge the titles. Rollins, Mysterio, Mania, great match. That's a great title match.
No, you know what I like more, dude? If Almas beat Mysterio for the title. I think Almas and Rollins would be crazy.
Yeah, it would be. Be super.
Or even just Rollins and or not Rollins, Andrade and Mysterio, because that's almost like Eddie and Mysterio.
Yeah,
just like a couple years.
Their feud was out of this world.
Oh, 100%. A couple decades later, you know.
And hey, it could happen. I really see
if Velasquez like gets like a mouthpiece or something, or at least has like
Mysterio,
some sort of facial.
But Mysterio's not a good talker.
No, you don't know him as a talker.
No.
But if you either give him a good talker, or if he just becomes like over the top somehow, which maybe with more mic time or more promo time, it could work out. But for for the WWE title, it just makes no sense.
It comes in for no reason. Then who's gonna beat Cain Vasquez for the
Velasquez?
Vasquez. Yeah.
Sounds like a drink.
Yeah. For the WWE title, like Roman, that's it. Strowman, and then Strowman. You got Strowman against this boxer, Tyson Fury.
Yeah,
I think it's too much too soon, and you're oversaturating the product with too much outside sources.
Agreed. Way too much.
So you had someone looking inside who's not a wrestling fan. You had Dwayne Johnson, an actor.
Yeah.
Open the show.
Yep.
Halfway through the show, you had a boxer. Closing the show, you had a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
So you personally feel that your own roster isn't strong enough to be carried on the Fox brand.
Exactly. I completely agree. Yeah, there's no trust.
No. So.
And whose fault is that though? Like if you think about it, like if Rollins.
That's Fox execs not understanding wrestling.
Well, it could be that. I just think WWE just doesn't know how to promote the. First of all, I don't think they want to anymore. Like you see what they did with Cena and Austin and Rock. They're all like, as soon as their career's over, it's like, all right, I'm going to part time. I want to expand out there because I have a name. That's good for them. And no, they should.
You can't take bumps for 20 years.
Exactly. But I think WWE is going to try their best to minimize those. You know what I mean? Even though it's only like one every 10 years. But still, like, if you look at Reigns and Rollins and AJ, when they're the guy in the WWE, they're all the same.
They're part of the machine.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
It doesn't baby face.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it used to.
No, you're right.
So I think that's what the issue is. And I think the Fox execs see that. You can put on a SmackDown from 2000. Hell, Jericho was even over the top, and he was the third or fourth babyface.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, now it's just like, all right, Rollins is the same as Reigns is the same as Kofi's the same as AJ. Like, all the babyfaces are the same.
Yeah.
They're even kind of starting to do that with Owens, and Becky. You know what I mean? Like, they're all becoming the same.
But one babyface that'll never seem to leave, ever, is Hulk Hogan.
Oh,
and Hogan, so he has one more match in him.
I mean, we could talk about his opponents later in the South High 5, but when's enough? Like, we already talked about Edge coming back, which you're spot on with that. A lot of reports are coming out now after our show.
Training.
I get it. Like, I don't know.
Do you want to see
it just
Hogan
depends if
wrestle one
everything's
more
done.
time?
Do I want to? It depends on the opponent. Like, everything has to be done right, and the way WWE's been booking lately, I just don't feel confident. Ever since the network, ever since the network, I just feel like they don't put effort in.
You think it's because they have less money to be made?
I think they have already. So a lot of people talk about this with like athletes now, or even millennials. Like, there's so much money out there. Like, mainly with sports athletes, there's so much money thrown around that there's no passion to win.
Yeah.
I think with WWE, with the Fox contract and the Saudi Arabia contract, they gain so much money from those contracts. So like, I don't care if people watch. It's not pay-per-view based anymore. It's It's $9.99 based.
Yeah.
So we have your subscription for a month or X amount of months. You're gonna watch it anyway at some point. So we already know some people are gonna watch it live the way it is. So why even throw in 100%? Where back in the day, the Attitude Era, I hate bringing it up, but there was an actual competition.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, we have to like go all out, even if the endings aren't bad. At least make it something memorable. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think that's what WWE's missing. It's like they're generating all this money, and they know people are gonna watch it whether they complain or not. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's where I think going into the next topic, our last little topic discussion here, is AEW.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so they have a lot more to win.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the product, the first episode of myself, I don't know if you saw it or not.
I saw bits and
pieces. No story.
It's never.
There's no story there. It's an indie wrestling show, and that's all I think it's going to be. And that's what I thought of AEW show. I was like, there's a bunch of wrestlers, but I don't know who they are. And I don't know why I like them, or should be cheering for them, or should be doing for them.
Again, I think, for
MJF, he's the best heel.
I was just saying, I agree with that. To me, I'm going to give AEW a little bit of leeway right now. I hate being one of those people like, oh, WWE, I'm not giving them the benefit of the doubt, but I am with AEW. But the only reason why I'm doing it with AEW is because they're a startup.
Yeah.
So you have to introduce your characters and then let your audience gravitate to them whether they just like them or hate them. So to me, it's like, all right, they're still in the introductory phase. You know what I mean? Like,
they're introducing all the characters.
Yeah, like some people still don't know who Cody Rhodes is. Some people still don't know who MJF is. You know what I mean? Some people don't know who Hangman is. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Now, if they don't get something rolling by Full Gear, which is their November pay-per-view, all right, we gave you 2 months. If you're not starting to get any, if you're not heating anything up right now with oil or whatever, there's an issue. You know what I mean? So I'm giving them maybe the end of the year. November still might be kind of quick, but end of the year, I want to see if they start going monthly or if they at least go quarterly.
Yeah.
The old school wrestling days. Cause I think that's what they should start doing, which they might.
They had the in-ring interviews after the matches with Tony Schiavone. It was pretty cool.
That was cool.
And Schiavone's doing the commentary, which is out of this world, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not.
You have Schiavone and Jim Ross.
Yeah, that's cool.
The two voices of the Attitude Era on two different sides doing commentary together.
No, you're right. You're right.
So that's cool.
I've always told you I'm not the biggest fan of Jim Ross's commentary anymore. I feel like it's so.
It's very.
To me, it's monotone. I don't think he's as energetic as he used to be.
He can't pronounce the people's names either. It's like he doesn't read before he goes out there.
You might not. I think he does stuff with Oklahoma college football. So yeah, I mean that could be an issue too. He might not have enough time. But Morrow's my boy, Morrow Ronaldo.
He's probably the best commentator right now, in my opinion.
He's my favorite.
But to put a bow on AEW, looking at that. What do you think of the Jack Swagger pickup? Jack Hager's going by.
Yeah, Jack Hager. I think that has a lot of potential. I think he knows. First of all, he's from Bellator now.
He's in great shape.
He's great shape. I think he's 1-0 or 2-0.
2-0.
So I think he has that swag about him, no pun intended. And I think he understands how to work the camera now. Like,
yeah.
Where he didn't, like, they rushed him in WWE, and then obviously he failed, and then he tried to get a push again, messed up, then just never looked back, I guess, again. But I think he knows now.
I could see him turning on Jericho, or him and Cody Rhodes will have a great rivalry for the title.
Yeah, and I just hope that, like, I don't want them to pick up too many. Like, I'm glad they picked up Swagger, or Hager. Obviously Goldust or Dustin Rhodes was a good pickup. They have Cody, they have Jericho.
Ty Dillinger's good.
Ty Dillinger's okay.
Especially with having...
See, I'd rather Hager than Dillinger, though.
But Dillinger with Blanchard as a manager, that's pretty cool. It's just different.
I think the only one that they're missing, if AEW could ever do it, would be Ziggler.
Yeah.
I like Ziggler, and if they could somehow do it, which I doubt it, Kofi.
All those guys work together well. They're all friends.
That's what I mean. Like, they're all from that little era of, like...
No one really
never
cared
got
about the business.
Yeah, like nobody really got the full opportunity. Just got overlooked, and they just gave it to somebody like a Lesnar who came back just for money, or
Batista, Rock, or Cena, or Batista. And it's like you forgot about all the hard workers.
Yeah.
But speaking of hard workers, and someone's gonna have to be a hard worker for this, for our self high five. We're talking about 5 opponents for Hulk Hogan.
Oh, his last match. Oh yeah, we'll go back to Hogan. You went first last week. I'll go now.
Yeah, what do you think?
No, you go.
Alright, 5-1.
I got it. I panicked. I don't know.
I got Ric Flair.
Oh my god, dude.
In a nursing home street fight.
Yeah.
I
want to tape that match before you put it on so you can edit it.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Because I'm sure Flair, as soon as he goes to hit the ropes, he's going to go...
And dude, are these matches at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Do you know how long it would take those two to come down the ramp?
Oh, it'd be terrible.
It'd be insane.
They'd have to come down the entree when they came down the ring.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, exactly. That's so funny.
The best thing about the match would be the entrances. That's about it.
Probably. Let's see what robes they come out with.
I got I got Strowman.
That's legit.
It could be done.
He would have to win though.
Yeah. Whoever Hogan faces.
Braun will come out to be Andre's fake son.
Yeah.
Like they did with Jason Jordan, Kurt Angle.
He's like second removed cousin.
Yeah.
Then there's, I think Roman Reigns is a likely choice.
Oh my god.
Edge. One more time.
Was it the stem cell battle?
Yeah.
Stem cells research for an extra session of stem cells?
And then finally, and this is who I hope and pray it is, Cena just retires Hogan.
Oh, you should have retired for years.
16 years ago.
No, I think Cena's the logical choice. And that's who I would be at my number 1. So, spoiler alert, that's my number 1. Let's see here. My number 5. I will go with Lesnar. That'd be kind of cool. Because he actually ended his career.
Aggressive.
I love it. That'd be kind of cool. You want to see how the stem cells really hold up? Give him to Lesnar. Give him to Lesnar. But if you remember that 2002, he's the one who ended Hogan in July.
Yeah.
That's when he came back as Mr. America was after, right?
Yeah.
Because he came back for the feud with McMahon, then went to Mr. America. Never mind, I was thinking out loud. But anyway, Lesnar at my number 5. Number 4, I'm going to go with... Dude, I don't know. I'll go Orton again.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Bring back that Legend Killer thing, even though they already had their match at SummerSlam, which was kind of a fail, but whatever.
Well, I think this whole plan would be a fail, but...
Yeah, you're right. Oh, I got
an idea.
I got an idea. Velveteen.
Ooh.
Yeah, he mimics Hogan sometimes in the ring, so...
Ooh, okay, I like that.
Yeah, and
it's a safe match.
It is. Very safe match. My number 2... Rock.
Okay.
I'll do The Rock. Just do that icon versus icon match again.
Part 3. Both got to win.
Oh, true. Yeah, there you go. I was thinking just the one, but yeah.
Settle the score.
There you go, yeah. So what was it? Got Lesnar. What was my number 4?
Lesnar. You had Orton.
Oh, there you go. Lesnar, Orton, Velveteen, Rock, Cena.
So we both agree.
We even swapped The Rock and Velveteen. I'll Velveteen at 2. He's younger. Yeah. He could move around for Hogan.
Yeah.
I'll actually try to be logical and not sarcastic.
I think this is something that won't happen, and honestly hope it doesn't. But
you want a real stem cell research? You throw Austin in that mix too.
Well, Austin's apparently all the wrestlers from the 80s and 90s are all healthy all of a sudden again. So they're like, oh, new product. Wait, is this WCW again?
Yeah, it's times where you don't drink beer for 3 days. Yeah. Or a week. Oh my god, I feel so good. Nobody would be kind of good too. I mean, I think it'd be more of a run-in segment. Elias.
Yeah, but he could do something like that. Also, what he has to do is come out and be like, I'm challenging anyone in the back. One more match with Hogan.
Yeah.
Rip the shirt off, do the thing.
Brother.
Then Elias
brother,
comes out.
brother.
I'm Elias, and I'm not your brother.
Yeah, something like that.
Duck the guitar shot. You, boom, shoot him off. Big boot.
Yeah.
I don't know if he could do a leg drop or not, but drop the leg and.
Yeah, dude, I have to do like a. What do you always say with a 24-inch python? I have to do like a sleeper hold.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted to finish.
He finally just does it. He's like,
just does it finally.
Alright, it's over with. I retire.
That's amazing.
So, that's this week on the Primal Wrestling Show. A lot of wrestling, a lot of extremely crappy wrestling, a lot of ECW this week.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what the future holds.
ECW.
Yeah. We'll have to see what the future holds.
Yes.
See how week 2 of AEW is. We'll talk about that next week. We'll talk about, current events and, just think of some stuff to keep you guys enjoying our show.
Yeah, definitely. As always, enjoy family time. Enjoy wrestling. Is that what I always say? I think I always say that.
Something like that.
Looking at your cat kind of threw me off for some reason.
Yeah, this cat's distracted.
Yeah, if you guys have any segment suggestions, we always do that Punch Their Ticket Hall of Fame, this or that, book it, waterfall effect. We're going to probably do one next week since we didn't do one this week. You can always hit us up on Facebook at PML Show, Twitter at PML Show. Malloy 2 weeks strong hosting.
Yeah, we get ready now for Survivor Series.
There you go. So we can even do a Survivor Series bucket. Look at that.
Woo!
That's just me being biased.
I like it.
I love buckets.
I love Survivor Series.
There you go. But great job hosting. You gonna do it third week? It's third time a charm?
October's the month of Malloy. So.
Oh, I like that, dude.
Yeah.
Wait, you're going to Dallas next week.
All right, so it's only half the month.
But no, can we film before?
Yeah, we could.
We could film before. There we go. See, on the fly thinking. I love it. But hostess with the most is Tom Malloy. I guess I'll close up the show. Rich Lopez. Robert Price always with us. Until next week on 205. Enjoy 204. Peace.